My name is Vishal Khambayat. So today we are going to discuss about Docker. So what is Docker? So Docker is nothing but virtualization software. So what does it mean, virtualization software? If you have to use any application in our desktop, so you have to install that particular application in your machine, and then you have to use that application. But with the help of the Docker, you can use that particular application without even installing in your machine. So how can it be done? Let's see. So Docker is all about images and container. So what is images? Images are nothing but packages application with all the necessary dependencies, configuration, system tools, and runtime. All the things that particular application needs are combined together in particular box, which is called as an image. Then what is container? So container is nothing but running instance of the images. So Docker makes developing and deploying applications much easier. So what is the difference between Docker images and Docker container? So Docker images are nothing but the actual packages of the uh, all the tools and the dependencies that particular application needs. While Docker containers are nothing but they actually start the application. They are making the runtime to run particular image. So images, Docker images are nothing artifact that can be moved around. They are not running actually, but the Docker containers are the running environment in which Docker images are running. So they are the environment only, but they are running. So that is the difference between Docker image and Docker container. So next part is this virtualization software can also be done using virtual machines. But for that we have to install that hypervisor on our desktop. So what is the difference between Docker and VMs? So in order to create VM or particular instance on that particular VM, we have to install hypervisor, which will consume your resources of your host machine. But which is not the case in the Docker. Docker images are of couple of MBs. They not take much size in your computer. But VM images are in GBs, so they consume the resources of our host machine. So container takes seconds to start, but VM takes minutes to start. It takes longer time to start virtual machine. Talking about the compatibility, the Docker is compatible only with the particular operating system of which you have installed or you have run that images. But virtual machines are compatible with all types of the operating system. So this is the basic difference between virtual machine and Docker. So hello everyone. Okay. So we have seen how exactly a Docker is. So let's see how it exactly works. For that, we have to visit to the official website of the Docker. Dockerhub.com is the website. This is the official website of the Docker Hub where different images of the different applications are available. So which application you use, you have to only pull the particular image of that application. So different Nginx is there, Node.js, Redis, different applications are available. For example, we will take one application Nginx. So if you scroll down, you will observe that different versions of that Nginx is available. The form of the images, as I already told you that with the help of the Docker, you can install or you can use different versions of the same application. So here are the different versions of the that Nginx application. You can pull whatever which version you want. So for that you have to run this command that is shown here, docker pull nginx. So for that we'll go to our command prompt. So okay. So before running the or pulling that particular image, you have to check whether there is any previous pre-running container or the images available in your machine. So for that you have to run command docker images. Okay. So it is showing nothing. It is blank here. It means that there is no any image available in your machine. And for checking for the container, you have to write a command that is docker ps. So it is showing that container ID is showing nothing, means there is no any container running right now. Okay. So these are the two basic command checking for images and containers. So now we are ready. So we have to run command docker. We have to pull the image of Nginx. So we have to also mention the version of the that particular image. Okay, if you not mention anything, it will consider by default the latest version of that application. We have to only write command docker pull nginx. So it is showing that using the default tag latest, it will automatically docker will automatically pull the latest version of that nginx application. So right now it is pulling the all the dependencies which are required for application to run our machine. So now it is completing the pulling process of the image. So now if we run docker images command, so it will show one nginx with the latest tag and the image id is there. One image is present in our machine. So this is the image that is available in our machine. So we have to run the particular images to get the app. Okay, for that we have to run the command docker run the nginx, the particular image name. Okay, docker run. So now it is starting the virtualization of our particular image that it is showing here start working process. It means that our container is right now running, but it is not showing here because it is blocking the terminal. So we have to, so in this command prompt, if we run a command docker ps, so it is showing the container id nginx image is there. So it is showing all the command is there, created the status it is running, and the name it is showing here a default name because we have not named the particular image. So it is docker is naming it by default. So here is the id of that container. We see that the previous command is blocking our terminal. So to prevent from this, we have to use another command that is docker run -d and our image name. So -d stands for the detached mode. So we have to run our container in detached mode. So detached mode means our container is running, but it is running at a background. So it is showing here id of that particular uh, container. If we it is not blocking right now. Okay, so if we have to check whether our container is running or not, we have to again run a command docker yes. So you will see that. Okay, so it is showing that here containers are running, that is previous one and the container that we have started just now. It is 25 seconds ago. So with the help of the docker, you can also run particular a single image multiple times. So like that here it is showing that the two containers are now running parallelly. So that is the advantage of the docker. So as we discussed, our container is running. Right? So here it is showing container strategy. So it's running, but we are unable to see where it is exactly running, and also we are unable to access our application engine. So for that, we have to consider the concept of this code binding. So what exactly binding? So it is the simple process of binding the um, host machine put, put where our container is exactly running. So how to know where our container is running? So here export section it is showing 80. It means that our this container ID they are showing here is running at port 80. So we have to find that port number our machine's port. Any port that is available. Example 80. So we have to find that port 80. So for that we have to run the container using another port. Right now our container is running, so we have to stop things. So for that, right now, Docker stop and this container ID STTL. So this container is stop me. So if we run the Docker here, it's showing nothing. Okay, so for running the container with code binding and in test mode, we have that Docker run -d for detach mode and -d for binding. And then we have name of our application or image. Okay, run speed Genix. Before that, we have to give the port, that is any port number that is available. Then we have mentioned the port where our container is the application that we have to virtualize. We have on enter. So here it is getting the idea of which is running at the background. So it is successfully running at background. So see how it is working. We have to then type the local host 800 that we have finding. Here it is showing the message welcome to Nginx. It means that we have successfully installed and virtualized our application, that is the Nginx. Okay, so we have virtualized our application with Docker. So here the Docker desktop application. So let's quick review how exactly its interface looking like. So here it is showing different tags, that is container images and all. In the container part, it is showing the container which is running. So it is 57 seconds ago we have started the Nginx is running now, and it's showing here which code binding is showing here 8000. In the image section we have one image which is Nginx. Status is showing in use, means our container is using this image. Here another section is of volume. Here the volumes the containers can use to store the data. When we use that application, we can use this storage to store the required data. So that's all about the Docker. Thank you.